You know what the worst part about being the last person on a collaboration channel is? It's that pretty much every single week, everything that you were about to say was already said by somebody else on the channel. And this week I had to pull a Kakashi because I had to copy Britt, Kay, and Dylan. Thanks a lot, you guys, for stealing everything that I was about to say. Heart. I totally love you guys. You guys are awesome, and I'm happy to be on the same collaboration channel as you, so no hard feelings. So anyway, let's get into the mission at hand. As you guys know, we're talking about anime, manga, and video game series that don't quite live up to the hype that they are given, or have hype that we don't quite understand. The first series I'm going to talk about is Hetalia. And it's not to say that Hetalia is a bad series, because it isn't. It is a pretty good series, it's hysterical, and it's totally worth watching. But I don't quite understand why people are putting it on this pedestal like it's a legendary series and that it really is that amazing. At conventions, when a series is really popular, there's an explosion of cosplayers. And I've seen that with Hetalia, and I don't quite understand why. I can understand it a bit with Naruto, and I can understand it with Bleach. But with Hetalia, I don't quite understand that. Guilty, I am going to be an Hetalia cosplayer, but I don't quite understand why all of a sudden there was this big explosion. I mean, Hetalia is funny, and, you know, it's enjoyable to watch, and you can just sit there for hours just doing a marathon of watching it. But I don't understand why everyone is so obsessed with it. I just don't get it. Because when I first watched Hetalia, maybe a couple of months before it even came out on DVD, I wasn't that crazy about it. I watched maybe 15 or so episodes, but I didn't go back to it until just recently. So I don't quite understand why everyone's so hyped about it. Not to put the series down or anything, but I really don't understand why everyone puts it on this pedestal. I mean, it's a good series and I think everyone should watch it and have it in their collection, but I don't really understand why everyone is so fascinated by it and so obsessed with it. The second series we're going to talk about is Bleach. I'm not going to say that Bleach is a bad series, because Bleach is a pretty good series, but I think it's the weakest of the big three. Naruto and One Piece definitely has something going for them, and I really think they kind of deserve the hype that they get. So I think those series are pretty good, but Bleach I think is pretty weak in comparison. Bleach was interesting in the beginning. It really had a cool storyline, and, you know, everything was very interesting, and, you know, the battle scenes were epic and all that kind of stuff. But I really think the fillers are killing the series. The fillers of Naruto really work for that series because they give some character development, and they have, you know, it may not have a lot of plot behind it that really goes with the major storyline, but it does work for the series. I haven't come across a filler arc of Naruto that I really didn't particularly like. The original fillers from the original series weren't as good as the Shippuden ones, I will say that. But I don't think that those fillers are actually killing the series. The ones of Bleach are just totally ridiculous. And some of them are just like, what the heck were they thinking when they made this? So I really don't think that Bleach deserves as much hype as the other two of the big three. I mean, if they ended the series with, you know, the whole thing with Aizen, like the final battle with him, I think that would be fine. But since they're continuing it, I really think they're just milking the series and just killing it. They really are. So I don't think Bleach deserves as much hype as everyone else. The video game series that I'm going to talk about is Halo. I don't quite understand why everyone is so fascinated by this game. I played 2 of them, so I do have some background in the series, but I don't really understand why everyone is so fascinated by it. It's a first-person shooter, and it's directed toward a small niche of the gaming community. If it was a game like Super Mario Bros. That appeals to both young and old, I could totally understand the hype. But it's not directed toward those, you know, varying ranges of ages. It's directed towards young adults. So I really don't understand why everyone is so hyped about it. I mean, it's a cool game, you know, to play with friends and all, but I really don't think it has that much to offer. It's a first-person shooter. It's not really that exciting. So I think Halo doesn't really deserve much hype either. I have haven't really played many video games, so I really can't talk too much about them. So, anyway, those are the 3 major things that I could come up with that everyone else had already talked about that really don't deserve the hype that they get. So that's all I have to say for this week. Tomorrow we'll be giving you guys our next mission video. I hope you guys enjoy that, and I will be back next week with our next video. See you guys then. Bye!